Hi everyone, this is Design Start, and today we are going to talk about mask. So what is mask? Mask is a very widely used concept. It probably was introduced in Photoshop, but in Figma you also have a possibility to work with masks, and it's quite helpful in some cases, usually when you work with images, but you also may use it somewhere else as well. The only thing that is important is that you need to understand how it works, and then you will be able to apply this to everything you want. So let's start to work with mask. I prepared an image here so you can understand easily how masks work. So to actually use mask, let's create another shape. Let's create an ellipse and let's draw this ellipse like that. So now to actually use the mask, we should select two objects. In this case is this image, and then this is ellipse, and then press this button, use as a mask. And as you can see, we have just the circle and nothing else. And we have the image, which is not visible here. The thing is that why it is so, it's because we have ellipse located on the higher level than the image. To actually use a mask properly, you need to place the layer that you would like to apply mask to on the top of the shape you want to use as a mask. So let's get back. So we have these two objects. We take this image and place it on top of ellipse. And then again, we select two of them and press this one. Now you can see that your mask is created over your image, and you see just this part, which is limited by the shape that we decided to use. Now, you always may edit all the objects the same way you do it in frames or groups. So you can select an image and then you can change its size so it fits better. And you also may change the shape that will be limiting the mask. So you can select this ellipse and also increase it or decrease it. Now, another important thing to understand is that you may place different objects inside this mask. For instance, you may create a rectangle and then place it inside this mask. And now this object will be also included in this mask, and it also will be cropped by this mask shape. Obviously, you may use different masks, and you are not limited by the shape of this ellipse. So for instance, you may have, let's copy and paste this object, and we may use another mask. For instance, let's use the triangle. And again, the principle is the same. We need to change the order, select both objects and press mask. So now you can see that this is limited by this triangle, and you see just a part of this image. What else could you use? Let's again copy this object and make something more interesting. So let's use rectangle. Then let's have an ellipse like that. Let's add a triangle, why not? Let's rotate it, do it something like that. And then let's create a union from these three objects. Now this becomes a shape by itself, and we move this object here, we place shape here, and then create a mask. As you can see, now your image is cropped with the shape we just created, which is extremely cool, and you can do it with everything you want. You can also make something like that with text or with vector. I will go into details in the next videos about that, but it's just something you need to keep in mind. That's all for now, and see you in the next videos.